opportunity I'm going to talk about right here is the SRIS. I'm actually a high school administrator. Took a leave of absence from Omaha Public Schools, where I was working at Blackburn Alternative High School. And anybody know what Blackburn is? Where Blackburn is? It has a lot of notoriety, good and bad, most of the time. I left that opportunity to come here to the university and finish my PhD, and while I was here, the Building Bright Futures pipeline, which is a collective impact of basically $1 million money here in town, that's focused on catching kids in between birth and their step into adulthood. They've created different initiatives around different parts of life that might be a pitfall for them. Early childhood services has a huge outreach to teen parents, moms, and dads, and their families, and getting the right resources for them to raise their kids. Midlands Mentoring Partnership has gathered all the different mentoring groups in town to bring together some opportunity to get them the same level of resources. The Attendance Initiative embedded itself here at the university, and it was initially based on approximate 6,000 absences a day in the public schools alone in Omaha. The visual that was presented to me was, if anybody went to the Husker Stadium, what's 6,000 kids a day? You could fill the stadium in 1 month of kids, fill the entire stadium in absences. When you look at it that way, and look at the work that you guys are trying to do and work in remedying situations, that's huge. And so I extended my leave from the school district and partnered with them. And my piece in it is positive youth engagement. That means proactively getting systems approaches and folks like you and me to help the community wrap around the kid before we have to hit deficit mode. This one, there's more resources. This one's more logical. This one's priceless, although much harder. So how does that bring you to the SRIS? Well, the SRIS was one of the tools that we adopted in the Truancy Initiative to help folks figure out problematically what it is. Over years, most deficit data has been dealt with punitively within the schools, within the community, within the family, even within peer groups often. Instead of trying to help kids figure out and help families figure out and help systems figure out what the real issue is, just as I've heard all of these ladies talk about. Sometimes, though, kids don't know why they're caught in similar behaviors that repeat themselves over and over. The SRIS is a tool that can really get down to that, and it's a free tool. So there's so much more to it, but the two pieces that I gave you, if you look at the first one that is actually the survey. Now, there's a C at the top because this is the child version. There's also a parent version. It's downloadable. You can use it. It's free. Dr. Carney from Las Vegas is the person who created it. There are trainings available. And I have this giant notebook up here that Steve Snodgrass, who is a social worker here in town, works with the NCACE, and I put this together. Has lots of articles and all of this. If anybody wants to look at it, you try real hard to talk one of these ladies into making copies for all of you. Let's take a look at this, though. Somebody read number 4 out loud.
Number 4?
Mm-hmm.
When you're not in school during the week, Monday to Friday, how often do you leave the house and do something fun?
Now, that one to me always sticks out because fun is a pretty flexible word. And so my fun is smoking pot or...
Oh, it doesn't actually project your voice.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. Is it on? Yeah. Who knew? Okay. So back to number 4. If what you like to do for fun is smoke pot and steal stuff, guess what? I ain't telling you the answer to that, huh? And so, just like any survey or tool, it's not the pivotal piece. You are. The relationship and the trust you're building with that student or that parent is the biggest piece of it. So it's a fantastic tool in the hands of the right person. as would be any tool. So take a look through it. It's not anything scary. I know that I know people that work within the school systems that use it. It is their initial piece when the parents and the kids come in. Hey, I'm working on something while you're waiting for me. Go ahead and fill this out. Now, there are other people that feel like it's more of an ethical thing that they need to say to the parent and the child, would you be willing to fill this out? Suppose that, again, that's a relationship piece. You get to make the call. The lady that I know that uses it as a, please finish this while I'm in the other room, has huge relationship development with the families that she's worked with, because right on that paper are some answers for them to figure out, oh, that's why I'm missing school. Oh, that's why my daughter throws things at me in the morning and won't let me get her in the car to take her to school. Oh, and so it gets past the you're the scary person trying to put them in jail idea that people have in their head sometimes. This is just, once again, a tool. Now, if you look at the other piece of paper that I put with it, it tells a little bit more about the differences in two major pieces there. Is school refusal and truancy the same thing? Comments? Why not? And so what is it if you are growing up in a household where education just isn't an important thing to anybody, and or your parents didn't go to school? Then which one is it? Right. It all is going to come back to way past the tool and the relationship opportunity that you have. And I can just say personally, this has been a great tool for that, because it really offers opportunity to really, not me telling you what's wrong, but me helping you figure out, oh, that's why. Oh, you mean because when my mom's boyfriend comes over in the morning, that's why I don't go to school, because I'm afraid to leave. Right. I didn't have anything more to do about that than just listen and help you figure it out. It's a nice tool that way. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.